A sudden crash echoed through the quiet evening, and Daniel dropped the plate in his hand, startled. For a moment he thought something had fallen outside, but it was just his new neighbor, Mia, standing at the edge of her balcony, catching his eye with a mischievous smirk. Their gazes locked in an awkward moment that felt longer than it should have. She tilted her head and said softly, "If you want to look, just ask." Daniel froze. His heart hammered. He wasn't the type to stare, and certainly not the type to flirt. Not after everything he'd lost. But something about her voice, warm, teasing, strangely gentle, shook something inside him he thought had died years ago. Daniel had moved to this old apartment building after losing his wife in a car accident 2 years ago. Every corner of the home they used to share haunted him. His job as a delivery driver kept him busy, but his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, was the reason he woke up every morning. She was bright, tender, and far more emotionally intuitive than kids her age. She missed her mom desperately, though she hid her tears, thinking her father didn't notice. He always did. He just didn't know how to heal her when he couldn't even heal himself. The new apartment was supposed to be a fresh start, quiet, simple, and uneventful, until Mia arrived. She was only 30, recently divorced, and had chosen this building for the same reason Daniel had: silence. But she was nothing like him. Where Daniel was reserved and cautious, Mia seemed free, expressive, and unfiltered. That first interaction on the balcony replayed in Daniel's mind for hours. He had simply gone outside to hang Lily's drawings to dry, not expecting anyone to be watching. But Mia had been standing there, watering her plants, sunlight catching the copper strands of her hair. The next morning, Daniel hoped the awkward moment would fade, but fate had other plans. Lily dropped her backpack outside their door and burst into tears. Her zipper had broken and all her crayons spilled across the hallway. Daniel rushed to her, trying to comfort her while juggling his work schedule and her school timing. Mia's door opened. She stepped out, wearing a cozy sweater and slippers, and kneeled beside Lily. "Hey, sweetheart," she said softly. "Want me to fix that?" Before Daniel could even protest, Mia gathered the crayons, dusted off the bag, and repaired the zipper using a small sewing kit she carried everywhere. Lily instantly adored her. Later that day, Daniel found himself knocking on Mia's door to thank her. When she opened it, she smiled wide, like she had been expecting him. "You froze yesterday," she teased, folding her arms. "I didn't mean to scare you." Daniel rubbed the back of his neck, embarrassed. "I wasn't staring, I just didn't expect someone to talk to me." She raised an eyebrow. "Then you need more people in your life." Her words hit him deeper than he expected. He hadn't realized how lonely he'd become. Over the next few days, small interactions grew into conversations. Mia shared stories from her failed marriage, how it ended not because of betrayal, but because neither of them fought to save it. Daniel shared nothing at first, but one evening Lily whispered to Mia, "My mom is in heaven," and Mia's face softened with an overwhelming tenderness. She hugged Lily tightly, and Daniel's chest tightened with something complicated: fear, longing, and maybe gratitude. The following week came with challenges. Daniel's boss demanded overtime, leaving him scrambling for childcare. The school couldn't keep Lily late. He had no family nearby. He paced in the hallway, stressed beyond his limits, when Mia appeared again, carrying 2 grocery bags. "You look like you're about to faint," she said, placing the bags down. He confessed everything, ashamed. Mia didn't hesitate. "I'll watch her," she said firmly. No arguments. He wanted to refuse, but he simply couldn't. Lily ran into Mia's arms when she heard the plan. That evening changed everything. When Daniel returned late at night, exhausted, he found Lily sleeping peacefully on the couch in Mia's apartment, wrapped in a blanket, while Mia sat beside her, sketching quietly. She looked up and whispered, "She told me she misses hearing someone sing her to sleep." Daniel swallowed hard. "Her mother used to sing every night." Mia placed her sketch aside and stood up. She touched his arm gently, a simple, grounding touch. "You're doing the best you can," she said. "Even if you don't believe it." For the first time in 2 years, Daniel didn't feel alone. But just when life began to feel steady again, Lily fell seriously ill during a heavy rainy night. Daniel panicked as her fever shot up. His hands trembled too much to even dial the hospital number. He froze, paralyzed. And then came that soft knock. Mia. She took over immediately, placing cold cloths, checking Lily's breathing, calling an ambulance, and sitting beside Daniel, who was breaking down quietly in the corner. "Breathe with me," she whispered. "She needs her dad right now, not a man drowning in fear." At the hospital, Mia didn't leave his side. Not once. She held his hand as Lily slept under observation. Daniel finally confessed through shaky breaths that he blamed himself for his wife's death because he was the one who had asked her to drive that day. Mia squeezed his hand tighter, tears in her eyes. "You didn't take her away," she whispered. "Life did. And now life is giving you another chance to live again. Don't waste it by punishing yourself." Something shattered inside him, something cold, heavy, and long buried. Something finally released. When Lily woke up the next morning, the first thing she said was, "Daddy, I want Mia to stay." Daniel met Mia's eyes. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't teasing. She was just standing there, heart open, waiting for him to decide what came next. He stepped closer, the memory of her first teasing words replaying in his mind. "If you want to look, just ask." Only this time she didn't look mischievous. She looked hopeful. Daniel took her hands gently and said, voice soft and trembling, "I don't want to look, I want to stay." Mia's eyes glistened. She whispered, "Then don't leave." It wasn't a romantic confession. Not yet. It wasn't a dramatic promise. It was something far deeper, two broken adults choosing to heal with each other, slowly, courageously, together. And as Lily wrapped her small arms around both of them, Daniel finally felt something he thought he'd never feel again. The beginning of a new home.